This is something I wanted to ask you about. I actually saw this during the top of the hour break. I was going around looking at all my normal news sites, and I wanted to get your feedback on this story. So there's a guy, his name's Steve Simoff. He works at a casino in Iowa. In Iowa, the casinos are all on riverboat casinos, so it has to be on the river somewhere. So he lives about 35 miles away from the casino that he works at in Osceola, the Lakeside Casino in Osceola, Iowa. He goes to work at 11 p.m. He's a security officer at this casino. Goes to work at 11 p.m. But in order to get to work in time, he leaves work at 3:30 p.m. Now, he claims that some days he has to walk 35 miles to work and 35 miles back. He said he gets rides sometimes, partially part of the way. Maybe you only have to walk a few miles and get another ride. So he hitchhikes part of the way. But this is kind of reminiscent of a story we saw a few weeks ago where a young guy in Detroit walked, I think, 7 or 8 or 10 miles a day to work, something like that. And the gracious people of the internet decided, well, we'll take up a collection for this guy. They gave him $300,000 and a brand new car. He got a brand new Ford Taurus and $300,000. So here's the catch with this story about this guy in Iowa, and here's why I'm very suspicious. He's got a car.
Yeah, I knew something like that was coming.
He's got a car. He has a 2002 Ford Windstar minivan with 105,000 miles. That's not that much. Plus, It's not a bad car. I mean, the car runs. It just he says gas money is too tight. Now, the reporter from this newspaper, the Des Moines Register, actually was searching for people who walk to work. And somebody told the reporter about this guy. This is so fishy.
I don't think it's fishy. I think it's just he worked the system. He knows a bunch of morons on Facebook
are going to give him a new car.
Are going to give him money in a new car if he says he walks 30. Who would believe it? Let me tell you something. You said this guy walks 35 miles to work, hitchhikes and all that, and I immediately said this is a bogus. There's no way. By the way, the guy that walked 8 miles, that probably didn't happen. I'll just tell you that right now. There's no way that guy walked 8 miles to work. No way.
Have you ever walked? I've actually walked. I've walked 7 miles. I've had to walk 7 miles. Car broke down once. I had to walk 7 miles.
Broke down once, but we're talking about this guy claimed he walked there every single day and walked home every single day, not buying a word of it. This is a complete joke. And how much did he get? $300,000?
Yeah, $300,000 and a brand new Ford Taurus, which is a $35,000 car.
If you donated to it, you probably need to go get a CAT scan or something, get the brain checked, but also you should get your money back. And you go to this guy, I want my money back, drive your Windstar to work.
Well, here's the thing. They haven't taken up a collection for this guy yet, but I guarantee this guy will have a collection taken up in his favor. Because what's going to happen is people aren't going to read the story. They're just going to see the headline. They'll maybe see his story on the news, and they're going to buy him a car. Now, okay, let's talk a little bit about this. This guy has a 2002 Ford Windstar minivan with 105,000 miles. That's probably worth $3,000 or $4,000. I mean, it's probably I'd say a $3,000 car. For a 2002, 105,000 miles isn't much. My car has 168,000 miles on it. It's newer than that, but it has 168,000 miles.
Mine has 154.
Yeah.
So,
well, actually, I mean, I had one like yours once, and I put 270, I think, on it. I mean, those Jeeps will last forever.
I could walk to work and just claim, I work 3/4 of a mile all the way.
Yeah.
It's actually probably not that far.
You live right behind the station.
I do.
It's funny. I come to work some mornings, and sometimes I'm a little bit late, and I get here at the same time you do. I pull in, and I see you pulling up the little dirt road behind the station. I was like, did you just sleep behind the station in a car? I mean, I live 8 miles from work, and I can tell you right now, if my car, well, I have an extra. we have an extra car at home, so it's not really a big deal if my car broke down. But I mean, look, there are people in real need. I mean, I know there are people that walk 5-6 miles to work every day. I know that because I've known people that have done that in their lives, and friends of mine have done that. And I'd give them a ride sometimes. Nobody ever bought these people brand new cars, or
right.
I gave them $300,000, and I guarantee we'll see an update on this story in a couple weeks, and this guy will have a brand new car and a couple $100,000 for gas money.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
there's kids with who don't have anything, and through no fault of their own. Most times because they have deadbeat parents.
Yeah.
And they're not getting a dime, but this guy who walks to work, allegedly walks to work, is getting money in a new car.
There's so many holes in the story. For one thing, an 8-hour walk to work, an 8-hour walk back, and an 8-hour shift, that's 24 hours.
You don't sleep?
He doesn't sleep. Apparently, he doesn't sleep.
Whoops.
Also, there's so many holes in this story. The guy's a security guard at the casino. Says he only makes $9 an hour. That's kind of suspicious right off the bat.
That is suspicious.
I think a security guard with years and years of experience would make more than that. Also, apparently at one point he was a prison guard for the city or for the county or the state, and he went back to working at the casino, which again sounds kind of strange. But the reporter didn't bother digging any of that up.
No, they just wanted the headline. They don't care.
Just took this guy's story verbatim. No checking at all. Also, the other thing, and this is why the reporter did this story. At the end, he did a little paragraph about the haves and have-nots. So the agenda of this story is that they're probably trying to unionize the casino.
That could be,
because the very first comment on the newspaper's webpage is from the president of the Central Iowa Federation of Labor, AFL-CIO.
Interesting.
So I think the agenda of the article was trying to unionize the casino.
Probably so.
But as a probably expected result, this guy's going to end up getting a new car. Just watch.
I bet he does.
Moral of the story: if your car is junk, if your car has over 100,000 miles, start walking to work and call the newspaper.
Or you can do cash for clunkers. Oh wait, forget that. I don't think they do that anymore.
Oh, don't even start on cash for clunkers. Cash for clunkers killed the used car market. That's why you can't get $1,000 used car anymore. What do we have going on in sports?
We have a Gillette College Pronghorn basketball and Cowgirl basketball as well.
Okay, sounds good. I have guests next hour, so we'll see you tomorrow. News Talk 1270 KIML.
Don Carpenter is cooking on News Talk 1270 KIML.